Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to our YouTube channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever time you're watching this from. This is Choice of Choice Crochet and I am here with another tutorial. Remember when I dropped a tutorial about for a mesh top for a 6 months old baby and I said we're going to be making a short for it. But we are not going to be using white, we're going to be using orange color. And as usual, thank you so much guys for returning to watch our tutorial, for liking and also sharing for those who share. Please keep liking and keep sharing for others to see and welcome new subscribers. And I know, like I said earlier, I have not been dropping enough, but I promise to, be consistent in dropping videos for you guys. But without talking too much, because I know, yeah, I do talk too much, but without talking too much, let's get right into the video. So what we are going to be needing for our tutorial, it's a yarn, and in this in this project I'll be using Yeye, and it's a 40 gram and an acrylic yarn as well. Your measuring tape, your scissors, your lighter, like using my lighter, or your darning needle, and our most important tool, our 4.5 mm hook. Now it depends on you. It depends on what you are using, depends on the yarn you're using, depends on the hook size you're using. But what is most important is our measuring tape, because this is what is going to give you what you want. Remember the top I made? I made for a 6 months old. So we are still going to work with that as well. We're still going to be working with a 6 months old baby short. So since it's a thin, like you can see, it's thin, and I'm using a 4.0 mm hook, I'll have to double my strand, get to give it a thick texture. So from here we're going to make a chain. This is how we make a chain. Make a loop like so, bring it out. Now we're going to make a chain that will fit a baby of 6 months, especially when they are wearing a diaper. So you have to tell the person or who you are measuring to give you a measurement of the baby's hip when the baby is wearing a diaper. You get? So the hip measurement is 20. That's what I'm working with. The hip measurement of the baby is 20. But mind you, I'm not going to make a chain up to 20. I'm going to make a chain up to 19, which is the waist measurement. Then when you give it a little stretch, you get up to 20. I don't know if you understand what I mean. The hip measurement I'm working for is 20. But I'm not going to make a chain up to 20. I'm going to make a chain up to 19, which is the waist measurement. Then when I give it a little stretch, it will go up to 20. Now, let me make a chain that will get up to 19. So, like so, we're going to make a chain. Pull up a loop like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So guys, I'm done making my chain. I made about 89 chains, and that gives me 18 inches. But when I stretch it, it will get up to 20 inches. I don't know if it's clear. So when I stretch it up to 20 inches. So I think this 89 is perfect for me. As you can see, it could fit. So what we are going to do is make sure that our rope is not twisted. Make sure that our chain is not twisted. Then we'll go into our first chain that we made and make a slip stitch. Like so. This is how I make a slip stitch. And mind you, any number you're making should not be an even number. At least you should have like one chain extra. That's why I made 89. It's not an even number, it's an odd number. So after slipping stitch, after you make your slip stitch, you're going to chain 2. This 2 doesn't count as a double crochet. We'll go back into that same place that we made a slip stitch and make 1 double crochet. So basically, you are going to walk around the chain until you have 89 double crochet, like so. So go right into every chain with 1 double crochet until you get to the end here. So I'm at the end and I want to make my last double crochet in the chain, then slip stitch. This is where we slip stitch. I don't know if it's clear. Slip stitch here, like so. Now we have our round. From here, we want to make the waistline. I'm making the waistline. I'm going to be doing a front post and a back post. Chain 2 still doesn't count as a stitch. Now, making a front post and a back post, we're going to take our, when we yarn over, take our pin and pass it through like this. This is what we call the front post, like so. Then making a back post, we go to the back and pass it through, like so. I don't know if it's clear. I don't know if I'm explaining it very well. Like so, make a front post, yarn over, go into this place, bring it out again from the front like so. There we have our front post. Yarn over through the back, bring it out from here and go like so. We have our back post. So let me do it one more time. This is our front post and our back post. Our front post and our back post. So continue this until you get to the end. I'm at the end making my last front post. Then as usual, we're going to slip stitch here at the top of the chain 2 that we made. So this is what you're going to be doing. I'm going to do about 2 more rounds before I start working the body. So go ahead and make how many more rounds that you want before you start making the body, and I'll meet you when I'm done with my 2 more rounds. So I'm at the end of making my 2 more rounds. As usual, I'm going to slip stitch. From here, we are just going to be making our normal double crochet till we get to the length that we need before making the leg hole. So chain 2, which doesn't count as a stitch. Now go back into that same space that you made your slip stitch where the chain 2 is coming out from, and make 1 double crochet. So we are going to work 1 double crochet round. Remember, I made 89 chains, so I'm going to have 89 double crochet rounds. So continue doing this until you have about 10 to 11 rounds, because in everything plus the leg and everything that we're going to make, we will have up to 7 inches long. But just be working this until you have your 11 rounds. Then we'll put our measurement tape to see if we have gotten to where we want to get to. So I'll be working this until I have 11 rounds of double crochet. Always remember, when you get to the end, slip stitch, chain 2, go back into that same space, because chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch. Then you go back into the same space and make a double crochet before working it round. Slip stitch, chain 2, go back in there, make 1 double crochet, you work round. So that's what you're going to do. Work this until you have your 11 rounds. So guys, I'm back with my 11 round. I make 11 round like I said I'll make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And this measures about 6 inch. Remember, altogether we're going to be making 7.5 or 7 inch depending on you. So from here now, I went ahead to count and divide into 2. As you can see, I put my stitch marker here. Remember, I have 89, so I had to divide it. When dividing it into 2, that means I'll have 45. You get 45. So from here to this point is 45. Then I counted from here also to this place 45. So what we are going to do from here is slip stitch where our stitch marker is. So I'm going to remove this and make a slip stitch. You know how we make our slip stitch, like so. Like this, making a slip stitch. So here I've made a slip stitch. So from here I'm just going to be working round the leg. So I'm going to chain 1 as usual. That doesn't count as a stitch. I'm go right into that first stitch, which is this place, and make one double crochet. So I'm going to make sure that I walk around up to 45 chains, then I'll stop. So continue walking around the leg, because here is the crush area. Right, here is the crush area. So continue walking around until you have 44. Sorry, that's if you are making the same chain as mine. You have 44 double crochet around the leg. So continue walking, and I'll meet you at the end. So guys, I'm almost at the end of making the first round of my leg hole. I don't know if it's clear. First one of my leg hole. So like I said, I'm going to be having 44. So from here now, I'll slip stitch as usual, like this. As you can see, we are forming the leg, we're bringing out that leg. So I think I'll do about 3 to 4 rows. I think 3 to 4 rows. Then go ahead and do the other part of it. But let me be done with my 3 more rows or 2 more rows added to it. Then I'll come back and show you how we're going to do the other side of it. So guys, I'm at the end of the round. So as usual, I'm going to slip stitch, chain 1, then cut, then fasten. So this is how one leg is looking. Now let's see if we have our exact measurement of what I want. Yeah, I think this is okay for me. So if you want more rows, you can go ahead. Well, this is very perfect and very okay for a 6 months old, because it's a short. But if it's a trouser, you walk longer lengths to where you want it to get to. So to begin with the other leg, sorry guys, let me set the camera. Okay, to begin with the other leg, all we have to do is to join our yarn here. This is where we are going to join our yarn. This place. So from here we are going to chain 2 as usual. It doesn't count as a stitch. Then we go right into the next place with a double crochet. To the next with a double crochet. So just like you did at the other side, you still go and do the same at this other side too. So continue making it until you have 3 rounds. I made 3 rounds, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to work it round until I have my 3 rounds. So guys, I'm done making my other leg, and I went ahead to cut and bond. Then I made a chain up to 150 and pass it through here with my darning needle, and I put it a little bit to it. So go ahead, when you are done, you can make your chain and put it around the waist so that you give it a little stretch. And I want to use the opportunity to tell you guys thank you so very much for sticking down to this time. I really appreciate. And in the process of the video, you might notice a difference. I was making the first part in the morning, but it's already 9. I think it's up to 8-9 p.m. here. So I had to use my lights to complete it because I really wanted to finish it, making the tutorial today. So that's why I had to use my light. I don't know if it's going to be disturbance to you guys, but any which one, I would like you to drop your comments below. And please, if it's your first time watching my video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, so that when next I post tutorials like this, you're going to be seeing this. So I guess this is the end of our tutorial, and I want to say thank you so much for sticking to the end once again. Thank you guys. See you in our next video. Bye.